When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'm a...
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Nothing like the fan. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
At the 42-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Check three. He's coming. We got double up. Go. Get it.
2nd down and inches. Eluding the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On the set. 58 to Mike. Rip left.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
2nd and 5. It's caught. Smith. 7 yards there and a first down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, for future drives in this game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
X3, 218, chop it.
2nd and 9 now. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Keep it up, guys. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
55 is Mike, guys, 55. Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss, here's 2nd and 12 from the 18.
Rock it, rock it.
Switch, switch.
Ready?
Now a give running right, it's Cook. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Let's go.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ready?
Mike 50, Mike 50. Watch the pass, Here we go, here we go.
Deep.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but
Yeah.
no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
58, boy, 58. 58 is Mike.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Kill. Watch the ship.
They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
Hey, lock it.
He'll drop to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready, break.
58 to Mike. Watch the pass.
Joe Pilot, 64, weak. Tight dog. Leo. Snap.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 14 yards. First down, Cardinals.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking downfield for Godwin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. First down, here's the run with Cook. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Cook stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
61, matchbox lights. Check. Hot. What's the song? Shoot.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And some room to work. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check 9, check 9. Check 3, check 3.
Ready?
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Go! Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Watch tight ends right.
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Smith. Campbell making the catch. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection.
Squeeze. Get it.
On 1st down, Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Cook. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
On the double.
Yeah, let's get sandwich.
Out of the gun, Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Travis Kelce with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Gold tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Come on,
ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey already? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Come up the ball, hold on. 58's the Mike.
They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. K1 short in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. So, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. Third down here.
Set. 60 outlaw.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to...
80 weapon.
He's crossing. He's checking crack. Wide. Get wide. '59's Mike. Check. 59. Get in the weight room.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike.
Zoo.
Now back to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On first down, Smith. It's Kelsey on the ground. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Smith now to throw. And he spins through. This complete to Jones. They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to throw, Smith. He's got the first down and more inside the 40 and down to the 29-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Set, ready? 15, 1, 59.
On first down, it's Smith. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a many points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for Deshaun Hamilton. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
On the default. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Check. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. 36. Check.
Hey, exit.
55.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he will be brought down on this first half of action. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
What we got?
From the gun, here's Smith. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they got to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Hey, Orbit.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
90, Wolf.
Let's go. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Go.
58, boys. 58. 58's Mike. I'm coming. Kill.
49, check 49, check. Hey, Charlie. Get it.
They'll set up to throw. He's got Smith here. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 27. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Titan football.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Switch.
Leo.
They run again on first down, Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. On second down now, it's Cook. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Let's go.
3rd and long, it's Smith. Hard throw, incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
At the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T. And 58 is the mic. Go 58.
Buzz.
Let's get some penetration. 58, boys. 58. Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 8. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Anthony Barr able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Check. Whip.
Watch it go.
3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. A gain of 22. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On the set.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Draw quarter.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Sponge. No.
Ready.
Again, it's Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Let's get it.
Here we go. Hey, Echo. 30 base.
Coming. And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Go. 58, boys. 58.
Lead grip.
They're going to look to throw. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
I got you, son. Check 99.
Roll out.
Bang.
Get it.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
65.
One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. 10 Tucson.
We go.
Fight.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
At the 43-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And that's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Protein spill.
Shift. Watch the shift.
On the ball. Snap.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Twist, twist.
He'll look to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
218, jump. Hey, Sam off.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Check it back, check it back.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Smith. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And Oliver in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Titans on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. A shotgun snap for Smith. Steps away to his left. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Taco Charlton in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. On the return, Harris. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And that will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Squeeze.
Check four.
Yo, faster.
Watch out.
Get it.
Now Cook running right. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Pilot, 64, weak, 5.
They'll try the air now with Smith. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Switch it, kid, switch it. Check it out, read. Hey, watch it.
Snap.
They run. Cook. And credit the tackle to Taco Charlton with a stop.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Pick it up. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
General West.
Line's 50. Watch the screen.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, we got 3 down. Jumping.
61, matchbox lights.
50. I got him.
They snap it to Smith. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that should just about put this one in the win column for the Cardinals. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
They've indeed run the table here on the regular season. They finish a perfect 16-0, joining the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to ever do so. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Titans, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. But more importantly, they'll get a week to rest as they've earned a first-round bye in this year's playoffs. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.